everybody, welcome to Blender's Best of the Month, where a bunch of us are going to be telling you about the best game we played this month and why we liked it so much. So here we go. My game of the month was a two-player card game coming out from Portal very shortly, and that is Tides of Time. In Tides of Time, you are going to be drafting cards back and forth. You are pretty soon going to know exactly what's in your opponent's hand. You'll be making combos, trying to deprive your opponent of exactly that one card they need to make that killer combo. And from round to round, you play 3 rounds, you will actually lock a card down in front of you and remove one from the game, which is really interesting, gives you lots of tactics, lots of ways to mess with your opponent and develop a strategy, which is neat. The game has just 18 cards or so, but those 18 cards give you lots of opportunity, lots of things to tackle. I like it a lot. I think it's a great game. I think if you're interested in a solid drafting two-player game, you got to check this one out. This is good stuff. It really is a bigger game than its components would lead you to believe. So my game of the month, Tides of Time.
Howdy gamers, Indiana John here, and my pick for Blender's Best of the Month this month is New York 1901, designed by Chenet LaSalle and published by Blue Orange Games. Now this is a gateway level Euro game that's about building skyscrapers in 1901 New York City. And the game has a great production to it, really great artwork, fun components, a simple rule set, but one that allows for a lot of interesting strategic decisions. I love the components in the game, including the little Empire State Building tokens that you get that mark your score, as well as the worker tokens that look kind of like this guy here that you'll mark your territories on the board with. So I think this is a great gateway game and one that I think is going to be a hit in many a game group. If you'd like to learn more about New York 1901, check out my full review of the game on the Dice Tower YouTube channel or at dicetower.com. So until next month, game on.
Hello, and my pick for the month of July is Extra Extra, designed by Andrew Bond and published by Mayfair Games. What really drew me to this game was its theme, because I myself worked in the newspaper industry for a lot of years, and let me tell you, they got it just right. This is actually what happens in the newspaper industry. This is a 2 to 6 player worker placement set collection game in which the object is to fill up your newspaper page first. What's also really cool about this game is that you can customize the length of time from playing a short 45-minute game to a full game which lasts about 3 hours. I really like this game better than the other game that came out with the same theme, which was called Penny Press. I think that this one is just a little bit more involved in its theme. Well, my pick for the month of July is Extra Extra.
Hey everyone, it's MaggieBot here for the Best of the Blend, and my favorite new game I've played recently was Kraftwagen. This is designed by Matthias Kramer, who's probably most well known for Glenmore or Rococo, and what he does best is make cool games with clever mechanics and done in kind of a playful or whimsical way. So in this one you have a very similar rondel to the game Shipyard, but you also saw a little hint of it in Glenmore, where you line up your player pieces, and if you're at the end of the line it's your turn. So you're jumping ahead, taking an action, and that action is shifted to the end. Now if everyone jumps ahead to get the coolest stuff, the person at the end of the line just scoots along and grabs all these free actions that come up because they're at the end of the line. Kraftwagen is the first time I've really seen no downside to being that person that scoops up all the free actions. There's no bad actions in the game. They all give you a small amount of points. There's really cool undercutting, so you're all making cars, and the customers are going to buy the cheapest version of the car that you're competing for. So there's a lot of, well, if I set the price at 5, they'll only get 3 points if they undercut me. So excellent game, really cool and interactive. Pick it up if you can, and I'll see you next time.
You are a dragon. Of course, like any respectable dragon, you must find yourself a beautiful princess and hoard more treasure than anyone could possibly need. Lucky for you, there are castles nearby, castles that are just ripe for plunder. On the way there, you might as well burn some villages to strike fear into the hearts of the people and cement your name on the pages of history. After all, you're not the only dragon out there. The goal of Dragonflame is to grab the most hoard and gain more glory points than your rival dragons. Through the course of the game, you'll be plundering castles, collecting treasure, statues, chests, jewelry, and of course, kidnapping the princess. Along the way, you may run into dangerous knights who steal points from your hoard of treasure. Also beware curses, which threaten to steal away your glory points. And on your way to the castle, don't forget all those villages that are just ripe for the picking. Burn them to the ground and gain glory points by causing the most dragon fire. Dragon Flame is by Matt Loomis and brought to you by Minion Games. Plays 2 to 5 players in about 30 to 45 minutes, ages 13 and up. This game really shines with 5 players. I like it a lot. I like the artwork, the game conveys the theme really well. I love the fire tokens and the race to gather the most loot. A smallish card game with a big bite.
Hi. Recently, I got to try a pre-release copy of Codenames from Czech Games Edition, and it shot right to the top of my Gen Con release list. To be honest, on paper, Codenames didn't sound that great to me. In Codenames, you have a 5x5 grid of words and a map that shows you which words belong to a red team and which ones belong to a blue team. Each team has a captain who must give a one-word clue to get her teammates to guess as many of her words as possible while avoiding the neutral or enemy words. You must also give a one-number clue. So a clue like pie 3 would indicate your teammates have to find 3 words related to pie. It sounds okay, right? But a party game designed by the maker of games like Dungeon Pets and Galaxy Trucker, I had a feeling that there'd be more to it than what was coming across on paper, so I wanted to give it a try, and boy, am I glad that I did. Finding the right word to give as a clue is really, really challenging. And there's this great metagame involved where you have to leverage the previously given hints and clues, and that doesn't come across in the rules necessarily. My one thing about Codenames is this. I don't know if it's a party game. There is so much concentration involved, a lot of intent focus, punctuated by raucous shouts of glee and dismay, that it really feels more like a team game to me than a party game. But no matter how you want to label the game, Codenames is a must-have for me. See you next time.
Hey, friends of the Blend. Thanks for tuning in for this little doohickey called Best of the Month. My Best of the Month this month has probably been Eric Lang's Blood Rage. I really enjoyed that game. Had a lot of fun with it being taught to me by Eric, and then I was able to play with Z and Jason as well. It was just a really fun game. Some of the design choices maybe could have been different, but I really enjoyed the game mechanics. I really enjoyed the theme that is there. I love Viking themes. So beyond a shadow of a doubt, really, Blood Rage has definitely been my best of the month. See you next month on the flip side.
Hey guys, Tiff here, and my best of the month is definitely going to be New York 1901 from Blue Orange Games. This is a family weight game all about building, demolishing, and rebuilding skyscrapers in New York City. The production quality on this game is excellent. They give you these great little builder minis instead of tokens to mark your claims. The artwork from Vincent Dutrait is excellent, and even the insert is impressive. Gameplay-wise, it's going to feel similar to Ticket to Ride with a little bit more puzzly spatial element. I really enjoyed taking my Tetris-style building pieces and planning how to fit many of them onto the board. But the best part of the game is how quickly you can teach and learn it, and there's enough depth for even serious gamers to enjoy if they're looking for something that's a little bit lighter and will fit within an hour. New York 1901 definitely shines as a family game, and I would highly recommend it for anyone who's getting started in the board gaming hobby.
Hey folks, Tom Vassell here, and for me, the best game of the month by far is no contest, and that is Blood Rage. Blood Rage is a game from Eric Lang, which is a reworking of his older game Midgard, but wow, there's just so much in this game that I love, from the beautiful plastic miniatures, to the card combat in the game, to the area control, to the special abilities. You can customize your faction. It's a game that not only looks amazing when put on the table, but plays amazingly too. And the back and forth between the players is so much fun. Like I said, I love playing the different cards for the combat. I love the drafting of cards happens at the beginning of each round and the difficult choices that presents, and how each game just presents a very fun, entertaining time. Not even a close second this time, folks. Blood Rage.
And those are our best games of the month. Tell us what your favorite game of the month was in the comments. We'd love to hear what you played, what you loved, and come back and see us again in about 1 month, where we'll tell you about the best games we've played next month. See ya.